Hello there and welcome to another Tea Time with Hannah. Today I am drinking a herbal tea, although it's quite hot and I suck at drinking hot liquids, so I'm going to have to wait for it to cool down a bit more. But I really enjoyed the last video that I did in this kind of style, and I thought we'd do another one. And today I thought I'd tell you the story of my hair. The journey my hair has been on in these last 18 years of life. It's been quite a roller coaster, and I thought I'd share with you. Some of you may have seen most of it, some of you may have seen hardly any of it, but maybe we've never met before, but I thought I'd just share with you the journey, the story of Hannah's hair. So we shall begin. Once upon a time, there was a small child with not much hair. Hannah, growing up, didn't have a lot of hair when she was very small. In fact, she was bald for quite a while in the beginning of life. So, yes, I didn't have much hair when I was younger, but when I was like a baby, but it grew. It was quite a light brown colour, as you can see in these photos that I'll pop up on the screen. We did fun things like wearing 3 ponytails because that's how we roll in my household. Although this may also explain why, basically from the age of 5, both my sister and myself refused to let anyone else touch our hair and did our own hair. So yeah, I had a fringe when I was really young. Cute little fringe, cute little Hannah there for you to see. And then kind of the rest of it grew a bit more. My hair got a bit darker as I grew up. It was quite light when I was very young, and it got darker and darker still as I grew up. Being seen in this photo, I was growing my fringe out. And the way that I did that first time round, spoiler alert, I got fringe again later, was I literally just had like rows of clips down like the sides of my hair. I loved clips, and I just had, you know, back in the day, I mean it's all back in style now, but yeah, I just had like literally like rows of like 12 clips. I would see how many clips I could get in my hair on a day. It was like a challenge I gave myself each morning, how many clips I could get in. So that was me growing out my fringe. And then actually I did have it shorter for a bit, but then it grew. And it grew lots. And then, so as you see, my hair is much darker now in these photos. So it grew a lot, and then I decided, I think it was in year 7, that I wanted to have a fringe put in again. That was also coincidentally the same day my sister got a fringe, so yes, I was a slight copycat. I admit it, Emily. I did copy you. I wanted a fringe too. It was a good idea. So yeah, had a fringe put in. Didn't keep it for very long at all, really. Grew it out pretty quickly. Within a year, I'd grown it out. My sister kept hers for longer, but yeah, I grew it out. I had a lot of hair. And in this photo, it kind of gives you a bit of an idea of how much hair I have. And I just have this fun story to tell you about literally every single time I have ever been to a hairdresser in living memory. So since I can remember, just gonna have a sip here. Every single time I've been in a hairdresser to have my hair cut, the hairdresser has at some point during the experience commented on how thick my hair was. Without fail. It might be a, wow, you have really thick hair, or you have a lot of hair. And surprisingly enough, that wasn't a surprise to me, because I have literally been told every single time I've ever been in a hairdresser, you have a lot of hair, it's very thick. I'm aware, I have to deal with this hair every day. I think I know about my hair. But yeah, that's fun little story for you there. So yes, I had very thick, long hair. And then this was the first drastic change. In the summer, so it was the end of year 9, I decided I'd had enough. You know, summer's here. I want a fresh trim. So I cut my hair to like chin level, as you can see in this photo, and I did really like it, and it kind of stayed that length for quite a while. This is more kind of what it looked like on an everyday kind of situ. Some of these photos here, and yeah, I really did like it. My only issue was everyone kept mistaking me for my mum because we basically had the same haircut, and after a while I kind of got a bit fed up of that. It suits my mum really well, and I did enjoy having this length hair, but after a while I didn't want to look like my mum anymore. The summer of year 10, so the following summer, so I kept it, so I had it like both sides like that for about a year, and then at the end of year 10 I decided I wanted to shave half of my hair and get an undercut. And actually I'll tell you why I decided to get this. Well, partly because it was just, I fancied getting an undercut. It was quite edgy at the time. I was like, ooh, I wonder what this is going to be like. Nice for summer, you know, fresh air. But also another reason I wanted to do this was so that, and the side that I had it on, because so my natural parting is slightly to the left, but when I had my undercut I moved my parting to the right so that I could shave the right side of my hair, because I had just got my cartilage pierced in my left ear, and at school we weren't allowed to have our cartilage pierced. And so I wanted to, by shaving off the right side and then moving my parting so that my hair covered my left ear, it meant that I made it through secondary school without, bar one occasion, no one knew that I had my cartilage pierced. And sneaky little trick there if you're a rebel like me and want to get away with piercings at school where they're very strict on it. Because my hair was so short I didn't have to tie it up for PE. So the top of my left ear was always covered, which also meant no one could see my piercing, so it's a bit like, why did you have it? But that was only temporary while I wasn't allowed to have it. So yeah, so I shaved, I got an undercut. And then I kind of grew out that side a bit more gradually. So when I first had it shaved, it was quite abrupt. So then I kind of grew it so it was more kind of swept into the shorter side rather than having it shaved and then hair. I preferred it when it was more kind of gradual to the shorter side, which I did actually really like. That's how I had it for my sister's wedding. But so I had that for also about a year, so for year 11. And then on the day of my last ever GCSE exam, I walked into a barber and I said, please can you give me a buzz cut? And I had a number 2 all over once I'd finally managed to convince the barber that I was actually sure that this is what I wanted. It wasn't a spontaneous decision. I had been considering it for a very long time. Because my hair is so thick and I really wanted to experience the freedom of not having much hair. I now regret not shaving it all the way completely because I don't know if I'll ever go that short again. Although it was quite fun. Maybe I will. We'll see. So yeah, so I had a buzz cut and then I gradually grew it out. Mainly, so I went to a barber for a while and grew the top and kept back and side short. Which was really fun. I did like that, but it was fun at the time. I don't think I'd go back to that. Although getting your hair cut at the barber is so much cheaper, but then I don't really get my hair cut when it's longer very often at all. So yeah. So yeah, I have some pictures of like the first time I could tie it up. I was amazed. Yeah, it kind of gradually grew. I grew the top and then allowed in the back to grow. It was a bit of an issue. There were some awkward stages of growing it out, but it wasn't too bad, and I only had to have it cut a few times once I was properly growing it out. I wanted to grow it out. And kind of within this, I wanted to see, kind of going through like basically every possible length of hair, which I preferred, which I think I have now come to a conclusion on, so that's quite fun. And it kind of got to where it was before, and it was like a chin length. I had it there for, actually I didn't really keep it there, I just kept it growing through. And then this is a picture of how long it was in September. So I had it cut in September, that's the last time I had my hair cut. And so that was about 2 years of growth. Although I didn't start properly growing it out, like when I first had it short, I was keeping it short for a while. So I probably started properly growing it out about Christmas of year 12, which would have been Christmas 2017. Yeah. Yeah, so since September I haven't had it cut. I now do need to have it cut because I'm starting to get some split ends, and I would, so the decision, my current mind is that I quite liked it how long it was in about November, so a bit longer than in the picture from September, but not quite as long as it is now. A bit shorter, more around kind of collarbone length. But let's talk about colour. Yeah. So my first experience with dyeing my hair was, I think, the summer of year 8. I can't find any pictures anywhere, and it's really annoying, but I mean, you couldn't really see it much at all, but I dyed my hair pink. But obviously because my hair was quite dark, you couldn't see it very much at all, but I dyed my hair pink the summer of year 8 with one of the ones that's semi-permanent, so it washes out in about 10 washes, and because you couldn't see it much anyway, it faded very quickly. So that was my first experience of dyeing my hair, and then I don't think I dyed it again. Oh, I tried to dye it blue last summer, but it didn't work. You couldn't see it really at all. My hair kind of went a bit blacker, but that was it, and you didn't notice at all. I was just giving it a go. I mean, I didn't really care if it worked or not. But so the thing was, I really wanted to dye my hair when I went to uni, but I wasn't sure how they would react. At the church that I'm doing my internship at, I wasn't sure what they would think, so that's why I hadn't dyed my hair for this year. Then on Christmas Eve, my sister was dyeing her hair purple with a dye that, because we both have dark hair, that was supposed to work on dark hair. So I was dyeing her hair for her, but she has a buzz cut, so she didn't need all of it. And so we had some left, and I was like, what the hell, let's do my ends. So you can kind of see it in this picture a bit, but we dyed my ends purple, which I did really like, and actually it was a really nice colour, and I would be tempted, if I went back to my natural colour, we'll get to just use that dye. That was really good. I liked that colour, because that would be easy to do and keep up to date with. But then Corona happened, quarantine, and I was like, what the hell? I want to dye my hair. Let's do it. And I want to not just dye it with what I can achieve with my hair being this dark, so we need to bleach my hair so that I can dye it a fun colour. Attempted to bleach my hair with 1 box of bleach, which I seem to have just forgotten what my hair was like, because 1 box of bleach was by far not enough bleach. And I did it myself, and it was awful, as you can see in this picture. So then I got my friends to help me, my housemates, and they bleached my hair. We used 2 boxes. So that's what it looked like once we bleached it, and then I dyed it pink, which you can kind of see if you look back through my videos at the beginning. My hair's quite pink, and then it faded gradually. It was supposed to be a permanent dye, but it wasn't, because my hair's not pink anymore. So that didn't really work. That faded quite a lot. But then I used a blue dye, which did something to try and give it some more life, because I didn't want it just to be bleached blonde, because that's not what I'm looking for. I wanted a fun colour. But that didn't work. So we recently we bleached my roots the weekend, and I recently bought this shampoo, which is called Infuse My Colour, and this is the quartz colour, and it should hopefully, as I use it for the first time this morning, it will dye my hair kind of pink. Like as you use it, you can see a bit in some of my hair, but as I use it, hopefully my hair will go more pink and champagne-y tones is what it's supposed to do. So we'll see in the upcoming videos. If you notice my hair going more pink, that's the shampoo that I'm using. But when I can go to a hairdresser, these are my plans, this is what I want to do when I can finally go to a hairdresser. Well, I want to have it cut, so I want to have a few inches off the bottom. And I don't want a fringe, but I do want to have more layers and kind of frame my face, frame my face a bit more. And then also, I really want to dye my hair like a deep green, like an emerald green kind of colour. But we'll see. I am quite enjoying the like pastel-y tones at the moment, so we'll see. But yeah, that's my hair. It was also, so when I shaved my hair, it's always my fun story to tell about, you know, surprise people. Yeah, I shaved my hair once. I literally told none of my friends. I just turned up in the park with like no hair. It's amazing. If you want to scare your friends, you should get a buzz cut without telling them. It's really good fun. So that's my hair. I hope you enjoyed this video. My next video will be up on Saturday at 11 AM, and yes, that's it for today. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye!